while NIP, I think, have a lot of upfront damage, they will have some scaling thanks to having the Aurora and someone like this Mbessa, especially as we get further into this game. Off a level over on his opponent, and his jungler is on the opposite side of the map. If you're playing Rumble, typically you want to put a little bit more resources. And to say that now is going for the engage.
Yeah, already forcing both summoner spells away from Leave. This Kaisa in a little bit of trouble here as Milky Way lands the tether. There comes the fear. It's going to be first blood secured by the jungler of Royal Never Give Up.
There we go, and Aki makes a trade as soon as the Milky Way shows. He's on the opposite side of the map. Build, wanting to try to outpoke his opponent. Typically we tend to see the electrocute change. We are not on 3 yet as Leave gets engaged up on again.
Yeah, there comes the callback as well from Jotchi. Remember, Leave doesn't have any summoner spells and will just go down. The Kaisa pick for Leave not working out early as it's Jotchi coming ahead with 2 early kills for RNG.
Having the ultimate, that is something you can go for, but why risk it? Wait till you have level 6 on Milky Way and make sure that you're going to be in a really strong spot in just a minute's time.
Niket being a little bit of a nuisance as well, and it looks like RNG decide instead of going for the grubs, which can give you extra damage to turrets, they're going to just take some damage.
They should know that he's in that brush because Milky Way did land the Q, but all this happening, Milky Way, I think Tangyuan's actually losing a lot for this. He's losing out on mid waves at Doinby.
Oh, wait a minute! Niket, flash onto Doinby, lands the crash down as well. The Between Worlds will buy some space, and it will be enough for Doinby to escape. A very creative play, though, from Niket and RNG, the new support here for Royal, doing a lot of work early on.
It was a surprise to me to not see him on an LPL team. I know that he was going to go play under TES.
He's here again.
Walking in the fog,
yeah,
man.
Spotting out Aki, who tries to go in for the Steal the Dragon. Notably, though, has not been secured. Maybe a little bit too far here for Leave as he does take down Niket. Leave comes in. Looks like the Dragon will be finalized here. RNG picking that one up.
We'll take that, though. That we were able to force out some summoner spells. Leave again. No flash this time.
Around the Void Grubs. Looks like Aki going to opt to farm instead of looking to contest, at least for now. So this likely will at least negate the opportunity for a feat of strength going over for NIP this time around. But now Aki is in the area. Doinby does have the teleport if they want to fight, but I don't imagine they want to.
We're walking into fog.
Pink Ward spots out Niket and Jotchi. And it looks like that will mean that they can get away.
They're buying time right now as Doinby is hitting this bottom lane turret. They're getting him plates, and I'm looking for what Doinby can do and how much of an impact he'll have on this game, especially with how RNG have played the early set so far.
And now RNG, with Doinby on the bottom side, opt to go to the other side of the map. Try to pick up some plates at the very least on this top side. Shanji going to try to clear the wave. Instead, they landed the Magnet Storm in onto PP God, who is
PP God!
Milky Way will take the kill and the feat of strength, but will go down in a 1v1 trade. Doinby teleports up to the top side, so they do buy a little bit of space here for Zhatsu on the bottom end.
Does have teleport to be able to match here, and if Shanji moves, he'll have first play. It will be with the mini wave that is under the turret here for Xiaoshu, but big item spikes. We talked about Milky Way having that first buy for the experimental hex plate, and while Jotchi does have the Essence Reaver,
ability to steal things away. So NIP evening out the Dragon count at 1 as we do see some teleports down to the bottom side. Meanwhile, the bot laners going at it as well as Jotchi won the 1v1 earlier. Going to try to win the 1v1 again, this time getting a little help from Milky Way, but Leave will be able to flash out.
No ult, no flash from Leave as PP God tries to make this engage, and that's got to be Jotchi going down.
Yeah, not even going to want to burn the flash. He will fall. The overextension results in a big punish for NIP. They're going to pick up 2 kills as well as this mid lane turret.
Even if they would have found that kill onto Kaisa, it is just not enough here as RNG overextend for NIP's AD carry, and now the entire map has exploded. NIP, they gain control of that mid-tier 1, they take it down, then they move into top side, so now Xiaoshu has to be careful, like, am I getting dove? Are there going to be multiple members jumping in under the turret? RNG, at least for their trade, will be able to grab a turret on the back end. Didn't see them take control of top side very strongly, so I need to see a little bit more from RNG, and maybe that comes from the mid lane. We talked about the improvement coming in from Tangyuan, but he's very close to finishing Muramana. That'll be, I think, the big power spike coming in for this team.
Yeah, so it looks like before they get to that spike, RNG don't feel comfortable fighting against NIP at this point, so they will give up the feats of strength. Rotero comes out, almost takes down the turret, but it looks like Aki will be able to do that and finish the job. Niket going for an early engage, already forcing PP God to flash out, use the quickness, but look at the Mbessa here on the front line. Shanji buying so much space. Here comes Doinby with the Between Worlds, does not land the Q or the damage of the ultimate onto anybody, so that will be a play abandoned for NIP. Situation where everything comes into fruition at the right time, where Niket gets a huge ultimate, Milky Way finds a paranoia, Equalizer comes down, and I think a lot of it is just because of the map movements here from NIP. They seem to be arriving at these plays first a lot of the time, and they've been controlling the objective game. That is a big cooldown taken away here by the RNG support, and that means that NIP will be able to at least control this bot lane tower, and they're actually going to make their way over to the Otacon as well.
Yeah. I love how Shanji has been able to play this Ambessa. I think that he's really matched where he needed to be.
Back to base after knowing that next time around they won't have the Rumble TP to deal with or Niket's flash. As actually Niket going to get caught out here, Leave dashing in with the Killer Instinct, PP God following up, and that means that Niket will fall and NIP make their way right back to the Otacon.
It's not as strong as it used to be, but look at this Milky Way marking Shanji. Shanji has no idea.
Paranoia comes out, but now Shanji caught in a bit of a 1v4. Gonna have to try to escape here. Perfect execution, or public execution comes out. Dash over the wall is not enough.
Wow.
And it will be a shutdown going Zhaozu's way. So nicely done by RNG to collapse onto the flank. And now it's a 5v4 in their favor as they start up the Otacon.
We are going to be starting up the Otacon. I think this is still pretty risky. Doinby's going to be moving in. Gets the W, gets a bit of damage onto Milky Way, but this is already down. Can Aki make the steal?
Yeah, Niket making his way back here to the play as well. Comes in, it will be secured here by Jachi of all people. Already one forced to revive. That is Milky Way down there, but Taguan going to go in. Remember, they have the revives. They can go all the way in. It's a shutdown onto Aki, and RNG are right back into this game. They win a big fight around the major objective.
The secondary dance partner here for this team. Lead NIP around the map. You do not want to have to play second fiddle.
Exactly. RNG's teamfight composition, we talked about in the draft, is very, very good.
Proactive when it comes to these objectives. You do have double marksman here with Corki and this Saya, which means that objectives like Baron, like Dragon, do shred really, really fast. Game's remarkably even for how much we kind of set up NIP early.
Uh-oh. Taguan maybe in a little bit of trouble here.
No
Has
flash.
to revive at least for a little bit. It's not going to time out, so he will likely... Oh, they're waiting. They're trying to stall it out. They know the timer is over soon, and they bide their time and allow for Leave to pick up the shutdown. Paranoia does come in, though. Milky Way looking for Aki. Will be able to pick up the kill. Shanji goes a little bit too far forward, and now Zhaozu will flash in onto Leave and force him away from the fight. Doinby is very far in, has to go golden, but will fall. RNG winning another fight as Aki picks up another.
Oh, can Lee find it? He walks up, he finds the plasma procs, kills Niket on the spot.
And there's no vision in the Baron pit. They're going to try to burst this down before RNG have anything to say about it.
Niket's already almost dead. They can't make an engage. This is probably just going to be the Baron going over. Tongwin is taking a lot on the side lane. How much can he get done while this Baron is being taken? Seems like it's only going to be that single turret. Let's see what NIP are actually able to do. The split pushing that Tongyuan has been doing does mean that he has an objective lead. He has 1,000 gold over Doinby, so 3 items on this Corki is a huge change. Thank you to some of our production. 40% damage share with this Kaisa and the Essence Reaver. You also now have the Sork Pen boots alongside the Shadow Flame and Void Staff.
And you can see how much damage it does.
Those plasma procs basically one-shot everybody.
Okay. RNG, pop the Paranoia, looking for a play up at the top side, as Shanji's actually the one who gets targeted, lands the public execution on to Tongyuan, should be able to dash away, flash away, with the rest of his team joining him in the top side river. So that's an ultimate used, and now Milky Way on the runaway, and NIP are here to try to chase him down. Here comes TP God using the Blast Cone over the wall. Nice use spell shield for Milky Way to escape. The Between Worlds does connect. That is a lot of damage onto the Nocturne, but not enough. Now it might be a bit of an overextension as Leave drives under the turret. Jachi picks up 2. It's actually a double kill going to Niket, the Rel of all people.
I think it was so tragic to see Milky Way having to do, you know, whatever other jungler has to do, which is walk away from the opponents, and a solo lane's like, 07, thanks bro, I'm just going to teleport out of this play. I'll see you back at base if I have to. Soul point, but now they've got the trade. RNG will have got those kills, as well as now finally the mid-tier 1.
Yeah, and apart from just the gold that Baron provides, basically a net neutral on the Baron buff for NIP. Damage before anybody has done any other damage to champions here in this extended play. Niket, though, has a big flank. Low HP, but looking to target Doinby. Doesn't get away here with the dash, and is forced to pop the Zani's Hourglass before flashing away. Here comes Aki, pops the Crescent Guard, landing the knock-up onto Jachi, who has to use the barrier in response. Right now, nobody falling, but the health bar is very much on NIP's side, and Leave still at full HP with both of his summoner spells. Void Seeker comes out, not connecting once again. Tangyuan dashing away from PP God, but already Niket will fall as Doinby essentially one-shots him. Public execution for Sanji does not connect. Jachi, though, with the Blade Caller, will be able to pick one back up, but here comes Leave, and the Kaisa is looking to run away here with this fight, dashing in onto Tangyuan, and it is 4-for-1 in favor of NIP.
Not find an angle into the fight. Niket was half HP. They lose almost all of their summoner spells in the trade. This game feels like it has to be over. They even have the soul that's already up with this.
In his inventory, as NIP will also be able to pick up the Infernal Soul. These Kaisa W's are going to start to hurt real fast off.
Yeah, 500 AP here for Doinby, and you got to be looking at Leave. Hasn't upgraded the boots, but like you said, finishing Death Cap there, has 3 AP items alongside it. I don't think we were expecting how close.
Oh my God.
Looking very playable right about now.
Oh, that's just 2 W's that could almost one-shot the enemy AD carry right now. Really nice adjustment here for Leave to go for this poke build, really countering a lot of what RNG want to do in this 5v5 comp. Meanwhile, Milky Way just caught out of position right now, and now means that NIP can continue the siege here onto this mid lane inhibitor turret. Looks like they'll pick that one up. Shanji dashing forward, and Niket will have to head back to base. NIP not deciding that they want to try to end the game right now. Instead, they'll head back.
A lot of these series, and I think some of their team fighting has been a lot stronger, just a little bit slow to the trigger this time.
And if you are RNG, gonna have to find a way to kill Leave early before he's able to do a ton of damage.
He's not even on the same screen as you, man. So in the next 3 minutes, we have to see either if RNG able to find and engage, maybe here on the PP God.
Going for broke, just on the PP God though, that's a lot of cooldowns burned just for the enemy support. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, it is going to be a 1v2 here for Shanji, but he has the Guardian Angel. Tangyuan barely will escape with his life, as it will be Shanji getting burned down, kill going into Jachi's hands. So now a 4v5 on the map. However, looks like Aki and the rest of NIP don't want to let RNG reset. They're going here for the Nexus Towers right now. Leave dashing in with the Killer Instinct, trying to avoid RNG from heading into the fountain, but they won't be able to do so just yet. But look at Doinby. That's 2 kills going over, and now a numbers advantage right back into NIP's face. They're headed onto the Nexus turrets. The first one already burning. Already going to be Zhao Shu going down. Jachi going to try to save the game. He picks himself up a kill on the PP God, but the 80 carries is not going to be enough here for RNG.
Wait a minute, okay.
Can Jachi do it? The answer is no. Leave unstoppable. Doinby still in, but the Super Minions crashing down onto the enemy Nexus. Milky Way will not be able to save the game here for RNG, as Ninjas in Pyjamas take game 1 of the series.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.